Uh, Good morning. Albert Gordon from New York City, now and then. Though I was born in Belgium, 1934, which was the beginning of the World War II events, and that arrived in the US when I was 7. At the time of the late 50s and early 60s, I had begun to teach high school history, and of course was reading the papers and doing my graduate work as well, which was in history. So I was imbibing all of the great ideals of our founding and reading all of the great documents and of all of our great figures and thinking of all the wonderful values that made us Americans, including the inconsistencies and the unpredictabilities and the hypocrisies. But yet I felt so strongly about the values of equality and of justice and of decency and of the values that make us Americans, so that when I started to see what was happening in the South, I was so appalled and outraged, emotionally, ideologically, politically, that I felt I needed to do something to help the situation and to help change it. And when I saw those kids who were really mostly my age already, and they were in their late teens, early 20s, sitting at the lunch counters and being so horribly beaten and demeaned by the white population in Montgomery and in Jackson and everywhere else, I just said to myself I had to go. It was a little bit, it was frightening, because Aniston and the burning of the bus was what triggered my intention of going immediately. And when I saw what happened to Jim Peck and to John Lewis and to Zwerg and all the others, I can't just sit there. And I waited for a couple of weeks until I coordinated with other people leaving from Manhattan. There were only 5 of us on the bus. We got on the bus and aimed towards Jackson. We had some very animated discussions on the bus about what to do when we encountered the first white and colored signs. But we decided that we shouldn't make it an issue and had to swallow the indignity of it before we, so that we could get safely to Jackson. Ultimately, we reached Jackson and, of course, did not know what to expect. There was a big crowd. We did see police. We heard noise, so we were prepared for the worst. There was a little change of plans at the last moment. You can't forget the wonderful young man, Tom Gaither, now a professor of chemistry in the college, who was the core representative, who felt that he wanted to get a larger group together, so he took us out of the bus station, and the biggest problem was how to find a vehicle to carry us to a safe house so that we could join a few other people and make a bigger statement when we were confronted.